want to hear a little bit about what's going on with the Open University, what are the issues, what are the solutions, where are you at, and where do we move forward?
Actually, Open University of Nepal is on the verge of being established. The law has been passed. Nepal's contemporary situation is that there are too many interest groups in Nepal trying to take positions, whether they are qualified or not, whether they have any vision or not. There is a culture of bhagbanda, political parties getting together and then slicing, dicing positions. Party members go and take the positions of institutions. Appointments will happen that way, and it's counterproductive in our opinion. And our aim was that we will return a lot of diaspora scholars to Nepal for academic advancement and research advancement in Nepal, so that Open University of Nepal becomes a credible research institution and it will attract credible students, whereas it will also take credible knowledge to the masses of people in Nepal. It seems that there is a roadblock to that. Current political establishment has established laws or rules such that diaspora should not be allowed to take any positions. We wanted to make this institution people's institution, not our institution, NRNA institution or any person's institution. Our aim to strengthen the public interest of Nepal has been hampered by this kind of mindset, which actually curtails the researchers and academics to come and contribute to Nepal. These are the situations, and we are trying to counter that so that it could be rectified, and ultimately where it leads to, we do not know. We are against the culture of entitlement. However, we think that because this is an open university, I think it should have had a fairly open competition based on the person's vision, commitment, contribution, and many, many factors, right? These factors together should be combined to select a right leadership. But what we are not particularly satisfied is the fact that everything happens in closed doors. And what happened was that it was totally closed off from diaspora. Not only diaspora, anyone who was even loosely associated with that diaspora movement. It will surely hamper its quality, credibility, if we are not going to select scholars based on their abilities, but based on connections. What diaspora needs to do is that people who want to contribute to Nepal, people who want to come to Nepal, Nepal should be welcoming to them rather than obstructing them from coming and serving. Many countries like Singapore, Korea, China, even India, these have actually advanced their scientific technological prowess by engaging the diaspora. South Korea is a lead example in that. However, in Nepal, they want to sort off diaspora from coming back. This is really counterproductive. In terms of the total overall population of NRNs, that is. However, NRNA per se, its leadership seem to be generally happy if business interests are allowed. I came here and I tried to establish a private college, for-profit private college. I was most welcome because I could have become a millionaire by now. People like us who want to contribute to the public cause are actually sought out. And NRNA leadership ought to take this cause of overall diaspora also, because their interests ought to be protected or advanced by NRNA. But it seems that NRNA is not in the forefront in this matter. I think way out is that I think we have to start a very massive public debate on this issue. It should start on an international basis. Global diaspora should be engaging with the Nepali population in this matter. The global Nepali diaspora actually is always for advancement of Nepal. I think it can never be anti-Nepal. But it seems that people who have never experienced the diaspora sentiment do not understand that. And I think diaspora has not been able to communicate that properly. Even particularly I have to say that Diaspora Nepali Association is not able to communicate that well to Nepali population. And I think this has to be, this misjudgment has to be rectified, and that will be in the interest of Nepali nation. That is good thing actually, doing on bringing investment in infrastructure, hydropower in many areas, in hospital development and many areas. Diaspora are investing significantly. That's a good thing for Nepal, but that is not the only thing. Actually, diaspora knowledge is also equally important, but knowledge sector people do not bring as much money. They bring ideas, they bring science, they bring technology, they bring research capacity to Nepal, and that is also equally important to Nepal, which is ignored at the time being. I think it could be important for Nepal, but I think that level of engagement, neither government of Nepal or NRNA is not vigorously engaged with the technical, scientific Nepali population living abroad in that matter. So I think we have not particularly capitalized, or we have not inspired to the extent it was possible. NRNA is taking up this project of building Laprak village. I think on that NRNA is leading the effort, and if it can do a good job there, possibly it could have some message to the Nepali population. But I do not know the entire dynamics, because I am devoting all my 100% of my time for Open University of Nepal initiative. Nevertheless, some unconventional or non-traditional construction techniques, etc., have been about to be incorporated in this village construction. It will have some message to deliver.